Welcome back, everybody. Of course, we carry on talking about sport in the province, and nice to have you along. Now, you will, of course, know that last week we, in fact, spoke to Adv Lwandiso Kwababana. They were having the Western Cape Open Boxing Championships in Cape Town over the weekend. It was a fantastic event. We managed to get some footage, and we're going to show you that in a second. But back on the line with us now, Lwandiso Kwababana, General Secretary for Open Boxing in the Western Cape. Lwandiso, welcome back. You must be happy with Saturday's event.
Thanks again, JP, for allowing us to actually share this platform again. Yes, we are happy with what we had to do on Saturday. I mean, to see mass participation of our districts, you could see that the boxers were hungry, and we managed to actually have officials also coming from the districts, and our boxers they gave their best. We were happy.
So let's just talk through the event quickly, Lwandiso. I mean, we spoke about it last week. You were expecting multiple fighters. The day itself, just run us through it. We've got some footage. We're going to take a look at that in a second. But just run us through the events, the day itself, and the athletes. Were you guys satisfied?
Yes. Okay, I can report that we started our day at 6 o'clock. Now you can imagine how much hours were spent on the road by our athletes from Eden, West Coast, Overberg regions, districts. So we started the day with the weigh-in, the normal check scale, and you understand that the boxers they can't eat up until they get their check their scale confirmed. So we had to actually conduct all those processes, doing medical check, and of course when it all started, we had to ensure that the COVID-19 screening is starting at the gate. So those forms, we were strict about that. Nobody could actually come in without actually filling the form. So from our normal processes of boxing, we had to add the COVID-19 compliance part, which we did. And all our boxers, most of them, they were on the scale. No boxer was actually found to be unfit or not fit to actually box from the medical point of view, as well as from the RNJ's point of view. So they were able to actually do that, and we started our tournament a little bit late because, of course, the influx. We had to conduct 2 tournaments in one day, and that was for the first time we had to do it. So, but everything else went well.
It certainly looked that way. We've got a short little video here from some of the proceedings on the day. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back and carry on our conversation about the Western Cape Open Boxing Champs. Lwandiso, well, I mean, quite a lot of action there. Fighters again looking in good shape. Obviously, all the COVID regulations in place. But looking at that video and the fighters that were in the ring there, comparing those fighters to the novices that we had last month, are you satisfied with the level? I know that last week when we spoke to you, your standards were pretty high.
Yes, very, very high. I could see that there were some other boxers that were our provincial hopefuls, the ones that we know they have actually already got a medal. I could sense them from the first fight. From the first fight, I could sense that they were trying to warm up, but boy oh boy, when they got to the finals, you could see that this is the national product that we're actually proud of. And you must also understand, JP, the championships were also a yardstick for us to select a team that can represent our boxers at national level. And I can confirm and say we have all the divisions that we needed. We have only 2 divisions that we still need to find out who will actually represent the Western Cape in the national championships. But I can say from the tournaments that we've been doing, which we're developing, or maybe it was a build up to Saturday, I'm very happy with what we actually got.
Lwandiso, the other part of course is, I mean, we looked at the fighters, we see a great standard of fight there. We know that they were fighting 3-minute rounds of 3 rounds of 3 minutes. But behind the scenes, I mean, we've got the fighters on the one side. Behind the scenes, the administrators, you had very organized corner judges, what we call them, what do we call them? Ring judges, side judges, and of course your referees on the day, also behind the scenes, really making it work.
Yes, I can say, JP, that is actually attributed to our commissions, because you can understand on the ground the commissions are actually doing the work. We don't do that ourselves as the official. I myself am a member of the commission on the ground, as the ref and judges commission. As the boxers are preparing to participate, we also prepare to adjudicate the boxing bouts. Same applies with the coaches. So the discipline and the performance that you would see from the boxers during these COVID-19 regulations, it's something that would have been entrusted by the coach. Same applies to the officials. We always have to make sure that we are on point. I mean, we had to make sure that the mask is on our mouth at all times during the adjudication of the bout. So I can say that all these things actually gel together, but I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but we can do more with more funding.
Yeah,
of these.
always.
We can have more officials, so it means there's more regulation within the COVID space as well. And you'll understand many people did not come back in sports after this COVID. So we have to do more. We're in the situation we have to do twice more than we normally did.
Yeah, yeah. Going back to the fighters connecting with the referees and the umpires. You were, of course, in the ring yourself on Saturday as a chief judge. I think that's the right word to use. I'm not really sure. But we also noticed just how strict the referees are on the fighters. There's clearly very, very strict rules in the ring. I mean, you guys were not, in a boxing term, the referees were not pulling their punches, and they were really strict.
Yes, JP, you could actually appreciate the fact that during these COVID-19 regulations, we cannot touch the boxers. So it became important for us to be assertive on our rules and pronounce, to be audible and pronounce and actually show the signs, and to control the fight as well, to make sure that it is fair, it is balanced, and that the discipline is heightened. So we had to be stern. So that's why you will see that the referees did not take any they didn't pull any punches. We had to be like that. It's actually for protection of both boxers as well.
Well, folks, unfortunately, you can see clearly Advocate Kwababana was there sitting at the airport, and unfortunately we lost the signal. But we got pretty much the gist of what he was saying. A very successful Western Cape Open Boxing Championships. We of course look forward to finding out where the fighters are going next, to the SA Championships representing Western Cape, and that'll be very interesting for us. So we'll play you out now with a few clips from the Western Cape Open Boxing Championships. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. A fantastic sporting weekend. Bye-bye.